Hello, welcome back to the channel. I'm Yi-Cheng, your Mandarin teacher online. Today we are going to talk about runbing, because it's about the time of Tun Festival, which is Qingmingfestival or Qingmingjie. It is in April 5th. Hope I didn't remember it wrong. And usually on that day, people will eat runbing in Taiwan. This year, I cannot go back to my hometown because I'm taking care of my cats. But I still have some photos from the past years, so I'm going to share with you about shopping lists you can check if you do try to make runbing at home or by yourself. You might need to do some adjustment because some ingredient, for example, especially the runbing skin, is gonna be probably difficult, especially it's the fresh kind. It might be difficult to find in areas. So I would write out some list and maybe you can adjust it with something else, like replace and so on. So let's jump right into it. So runbing. Some people would call it 春卷, which is spring roll. But because when you say spring roll, 春卷, people sometimes or often will immediately think it's the fried kind. And it can also mean the Vietnamese style. So if you wanna mean the kind that is spring roll we eat in Qingming or Tomb Sweeping Festival, then I highly suggest you say runbing. So the base you would need, of course, first is the skin, which is the runbing, 皮, runbing, 皮. I assume it's gonna be difficult to purchase or to find in a lot of area, especially we usually buy the fresh made kind. If you wanna try, you can try using the Vietnamese rice paper to wrap it instead of the fresh spring roll skin kind. It probably gonna taste different, but it will still work. It probably gonna taste a bit different, but it's still gonna work. Second, 花生粉, 花生粉. 花生 is peanut, 粉 is the powder. So it's translated into like grounded peanut, but it's almost like powder form. If it is difficult to find like a fresh grounded peanut butter, not peanut butter, peanut powder, you can try PB powder. I don't know if it's allowed to say brand, but the only thing I probably heard of online often is the PB2 or something, the powder kind, because I like to watch like workout kind of channel and they talk about that a lot. You can use peanut butter if you prefer that kind of texture as well, or maybe it's because more convenient to find. Next one is 糖粉. 糖粉. 糖 means sugar. Again, 粉 is powder. So powdered sugar. These two, like peanut butter, not peanut butter. Why I keep saying peanut butter? Peanut powder and sugar powder usually come along when you go to buy runbing pea, the fresh runbing pea in Taiwan. They will put that into your pack as well. So this is the powdered sugar, and then this is the grounded peanut or kind of like peanut powder. And this is the runbing pea. Kind of like, what is that called? A 1,000 layer kind of cake. And then they will give you a lot of pieces and then pile it up. When you wanna eat it, you just take one or two, because if you only take one, it's probably gonna break easily. So at my home, like at home, I usually do two so that it doesn't break that easily when you try to eat. And then these are ingredients you might wanna wrap into your roll. But of course, every family will be different. And even in my hometown, at home, my mom usually prepare different kinds every year, but there will be a few items that will always appear every year. So let's see some of common ones you can see to wrap in your runbing. First one, shrimp, 虾子, 虾子. So how we cook it is usually just boil them. You don't even need to season them because the rest of ingredient is gonna have flavor. So we like 虾子,猪肉,猪肉. 猪 is pig, 肉 is the meat, so it becomes pork. How we like to cook it in my family is we usually stir fry it with garlic bolt. I will show you what kind I mean later with some pictures. I love it. And my mom usually season it with salt, some soy sauce, sugar, maybe some chili pepper sometimes. But because me and my brother are bad at eating spicy stuff, so usually my mom don't put it. Next one is 鸡肉,鸡肉. So 鸡 is chicken, 肉 is the meat. So when you say 鸡肉, it means the meat for the chicken meat. Of course, you don't need to buy the whole chicken, and it's probably difficult to find whole chicken in America or in Western countries. So you can choose chicken breast, 鸡胸肉,鸡胸肉. 胸 means the chest area, the breast part. So chicken breast, that's enough. Or you can use 鸡腿肉. Wow, there's construction here. I hope the recording is not gonna be loud. 鸡腿肉,腿 is the thighs or the legs. 去骨,去骨 is specific, means to get rid of bones. So it means bone removed or boneless chicken leg meat. 去骨鸡腿肉,去骨鸡腿肉. If you want like the more tender option, you can choose this one. The cooking is just steam or just boil it, and then you make it into shredded chicken, like tiny slice using your fork or something. Break it open. Also, you don't need to season it. So this is kind of like how two pieces of the fresh runbing skin look like, and then I layer it that way. And then you would put the whatever ingredient you want. This is like the garlic bolt. It's probably not very clear. I have other. Okay, next one is 豆芽菜. 豆芽菜 is the bean sprout. Ya is the sprout. Cai is veggies. 豆 means beans. Cooking method, just quick boil, and then you can season it with some salt and pepper to your taste. But since usually we choose to just quick boil it, make sure you drain the water out, of course, and then you can season it. Next one is 高丽菜. 高丽菜 is cabbages. The cooking method is similar to bean sprout method, or you can try to stir fry it with salt and pepper instead if you want kind of like a stir fry good smell. You can also like after you put the oil and then you put some garlic and then make the smell really nice, and then you put the cabbages. Next one is 鸡蛋. 鸡蛋. So 蛋 by itself already means eggs. And usually, since people usually eat chicken eggs, so you would put 鸡 in front of it. So 鸡蛋,鸡蛋. Cooking method, you would mix the eggs, maybe with or without, depends on your taste, a little bit of salt, because the other ingredients do have seasoning. So it's fine if your chicken egg part doesn't have the seasoning. And then you kind of like make really thin egg skin layer and take them out, and then repeat the same thing with the rest of your egg liquid, and then you cut them into slice, maybe not very thin, depends on how you like the texture. I would have picture as well later. Next one is 豆干, 豆干, the dry tofu curd. So cooking method, at least in my family, we like strong flavor for this one. We stir fry with 酸菜, 酸菜, the pickled cabbages or other veggies, but it's pickled. It's salty. That thing is very salty and sour. And then you can put sugar, salt, soy sauce, and tiny bit of hot pepper. I miss this one so much. 香肠,香肠. 香 actually is kind of like a adjective. It can mean smelling nice, and it can also mean spices. The 肠 is, it can mean intestines, but together they mean sausage. 肠 can also mean things about related to sausage. cooking method, just pan fry it and then slice it diagonally. Next one is 油面. 油面. I actually don't know if I should put this one at the base part or the ingredient part because I don't think every family do this, but I would say in southern Taiwan, we do use this quite often. Literally, it's oil noodles. Some people call it 黄面, 黄面, which is yellow noodles. Usually when you buy this kind, they already prepare it for you. You don't even need to cook it. You just put it into your runbing. Okay, so if you want to try noodles in your runbing, I think you can try with spaghetti. Like water boil it, like how you cook spaghetti, of course, without the sauce. And then after you drain out the water completely, I think you will really need some olive oil or something to make sure the noodles don't stick all together. So here is what I mean about like make really thin eggs skin and then you cut it into slice. And this is the dry tofu curd. And this is the 酸菜, this thing here. Next one, this is 豆芽菜, 豆芽菜, the bean sprout. And here is the garlic bolt, this more greener part. And then here's cabbages. I made a huge one, and of course it's gonna break. This is a smaller one. There's like, this is the sausage after cutting it diagonally, and then the shrimp and so on. So here I leave another page for you to put other things you desire. Maybe something totally different from how we would put in the runbing. 其他 means others, like other things and so on. Okay, so that would be it. I will make a checklist on my Koji page and you can find it at the snake size learning part. You can download it and then if you really want to try it out, you can use it as your checklist, of course, or it can just be your learning material for some ingredients, some food item names in Mandarin. Thank you for watching this video and I hope you find this kind of content entertaining or interesting. I will see you in the next one, no matter what that one is. Then the construction is definitely annoying me so much right now. I'm going to enjoy my coffee and take a break. Bye for now then.